So that's the only 0 they gave us. All right, so we know if 1 plus 3i is a 0, just because it's a complex number, so is 1 minus 3i. So if 1 plus 3i is a 0, then so is 1 minus 3i. Okay, so that means we're going to have a function here where f of x is going to equal, it's to the 4th power, so it's, it's the 4th degree. So it's x minus, we'll call it, still forgot our a. Nope, actually there is no lead coefficient, so you don't need an a. So x minus c1 times x minus c2, and we have our other two zeros. So x minus 1 minus 3i times x plus 1 plus 3i. Well, x minus 1 plus 3i. Because you plug in x minus 3i, 1 minus 3i and 1 minus 3i, you get 0. 1 plus 3i minus 1 plus 3i, you'd get 0. Okay. Now here, what we can actually do is we can multiply those two together. Okay, so if we multiply those two together, if we use the FOIL method, you have x squared. Your outer, clean that up a little bit, is minus x times 1 plus 3i. Your inner is minus x times 1 minus 3i. And your last is negative 3i squared. Oop, did I get that? All right, so if we just get those, don't really need that one here. Okay, so you have x squared minus x, if you just go ahead and distribute that and distribute that one, minus 3i times x minus x plus 3i times x minus, remember, I squared is equal to negative 1. So you have 3 squared, which is 9, times I squared, which is negative 1, which is negative 9. Okay, so you have minus negative 9, which is plus 9. All right, so here, these two cancel out. Okay, so you have x squared minus x, minus 2x, sorry about that, plus 9. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep. All right. Okay, so we have x squared minus 2x plus 9. Okay, so that means, wait a minute. See, I'm missing something for some reason. Let me double check. First, outer. That's it. Okay, I knew something didn't look right there. Outer should have been minus and plus. Okay. Inner That should be minus. That's why. Okay, so that should be plus and plus. And your inner, that should be minus. So negative x. Make sure I got that one. And your last, that should be oh, sorry, wrong one. Yep. Okay, so that's where I'm missing one. Knew I messed up somewhere. First, outer, inner, and that should be 1 minus 3i, 1 plus 3i. There we go. Knew something didn't look right. Okay, so now we can go ahead and distribute that still, which would make that plus and plus, and that one would be minus x plus 3i. And if we FOIL this one again, we get our 1. Your outer is plus 3i. Your inner is minus 3i. And your last is minus 3i squared. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, so now we have our plus 3i. So that shouldn't be crossed out just yet. Minus 3i and plus 3i cancels out. That gives us, move these out the way, x squared. Those two cancel each other out. Plus 3ix plus 1. That actually should be 1 plus 3i minus 3i minus 9y squared. And again, the minus 9, that becomes plus 10. And that should have canceled out also. I don't know why it did not. I missed a plus somewhere. Okay, so maybe first, outer. Nope, that is minus. Sorry about that. It's your inners minus. Your last is plus. Oh, so that is minus. That should be minus minus. All right, found error. Okay, so you have negative, plus, plus, and negative. Okay, now they cancel out. Okay, so that one actually cancels out with those two. All right. Okay, so we have x squared minus 2x plus 10. All right, found error. Since we added these two together. All right, knew that didn't look right. All right, so now we have that. We have our f of x equals sum x minus c1 times x minus c2 times x squared minus 2x plus 10. Okay, now the one thing we know is that this times this should give us x to the fourth minus 3x plus 6x squared plus 2x minus 60. Okay, so all we have to do is use our division. Okay, so we know that x squared minus 2x plus 10 times whatever we get up here should give us x to the fourth minus 3x to the third plus 6x squared plus 2x minus 60. Okay, so now all we have to do is divide. Okay, so x squared times x squared will give us x to the fourth. X squared times x squared is x to the fourth. X squared times negative 2x is negative 2x to the third. X squared times 1 is x squared. Then we subtract. X to the fourth and x to the fourth is 0, so they disappear. Negative 3x to the third plus 2x to the third is negative x to the third. 6x squared plus 1x squared. That should be plus 10. Sorry about that. Plus 10x squared should be 10x squared. Okay, so that's minus, so that gives us negative 4x squared. Okay, so we multiply, we subtract it, and we bring down. Okay, so now we want to get rid of that negative x to the third, which we do that by multiplying something by x squared. So negative x will give us negative x to the third. Okay, negative x times x squared is our negative x to the third. Negative x times 2x is positive 2x squared. Negative x times 10 is negative 10x. Okay, so now we subtract. X to the third plus x to the third is 0, so that disappears. Negative 4x squared minus 2x squared is negative 6x squared. And 2x plus 10x is positive 12x. Okay, so we multiply it, we subtract it, now we bring down. Okay, so now we want to get rid of this 6x squared, so we multiply this one by negative 6. Negative 6 times x squared is negative 6x squared. Negative 6 times negative 2x is negative 12x. Negative 6 times positive 10 is negative 60. Okay, so now we subtract. This becomes positive, so that disappears. 12x and 12x, well, that should be plus because of negative and negative. 12x minus 12x is 0, so that disappears. Negative 60 plus 60 is 0, so that disappears. Okay, so we know that these two just come out to this. So we know that our f of x is going to equal x squared minus x minus 6 times x squared minus 2x plus 10. Okay, so if you wanted to, you know automatically that these two will factor to x minus 3, x plus 2. Oh, and I'm trying to fit it all on one so I can actually get rid of this 0 here, because we only have like one more line. Okay, and we know that this, which you already factored beforehand, is our x minus 1 minus 3i and x minus 1 plus 3i. Okay, so we know just by these that our factors are our zeros. Negative 2, 1 plus 3i, and 1 minus 3i. Okay, which are your actual zeros. Again, if there were a shorter way, I would definitely show you, but unfortunately it's not a shorter way. Oops. All right, so any questions on this one? All right, and that'll be it for today.